morning. This is Donna. Am I speaking with the owner of the business?
Yes.
How are you today?
Great. Thanks, Donna.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm going to say about your Google business listing. Are you familiar with that listing and how it benefits your business?
I sure am, Donna.
Perfect. So you already know what allows people to find you. Based on your services, that makes my job easier. Now, were you aware that your listing was not claimed?
No, not at all, Donna. Tell me about that.
Okay, so Google gave every business owner a temporary listing. They did this with the idea that you would claim ownership of it. That way people could see who's in business and who's not. Like the old yellow pages. You remember those, right?
I sure do.
I'm sorry?
I sure do.
Well, I wasn't trying to be funny. I work with people so young I don't think they've sat on a phone book. But now Google has its own directory. So what that means is any potential client no longer has to know the name of your business in order to find you. Once we get this all set up, any generic search of your services will ensure that you display in those searches 10 out of 10 times if you, in fact, decide to move forward today. Now, so far, everything I said makes sense, correct?
Yes, totally.
And you do want to have a permanent listing set in place so people can always find you, whether they search for you by name or, more importantly, your services for as long as you're open and operating, correct?
Of course, of course.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a few basic questions about your business. Depending on how you answer them, that is what people will see when they view your listing. Once you claim ownership of your listing, we ensure that you always display under the correct categories and your services are always correctly syndicated to your listing. You receive an account manager. If need be, they build the listing for you, and they provide you with customer service for the lifetime of the business. Now we're at the catch. This is not advertising, so there are no monthly fees, there are no yearly dues, there are no contracts, there are no lead charges like home advisors, and there are no pay-per-click. There is a one-time only 100% tax-deductible processing fee that we have been instructed to offer at 50% off on the first phone call due to COVID. However, you and I are going to get that number even lower. How many years have you been in business?
About 20.
Okay, how many employees do you have?
Just me.
Okay, have you or anybody anywhere in your extended family ever served in the military, police department, fire department, EMTs, or paramedics?
No.
Okay, do you do any charity, whether it's donating time, money, or services? It does not have to be through the business.
Absolutely not. I don't do that.
Okay. And are you practicing safety protocols, wearing masks, social distancing the best that you can?
No, I don't believe in that.
Okay. So I got you down to a one-time processing fee of $299.
That's a steal, Donna.
That covers you for the entire lifetime of the business, and there's never a charge to use your account manager.
Yes,
What I need
yes.
to get started is your email.
Holden. It's my first name, Holden. Last name, Bona. At gmail.com. Hello?